Besides Destiny, in your guys' relationship, if you feel comfortable answering, how many men have you been with?
Like total? I actually don't really know. Usually it's just women.
If you had to estimate. Hold on. Would you say it's like 5, maybe 10?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's like years ago.
Okay, but like, come on, give me like a ballpark estimate.
It's a lot. Destiny's fucking in these YouTube streets.
No, it's not. Well,
somebody needs to help these men. Like I can't do it all, and I've tried to do it all, but I can't do it all, girl. Somebody needs to help these men. Like, what is actually going through their brain? Here's the thing. I know what's going through their brain. I understand because I too am a male who benefits from this system, but it sucks that so many of these straight dudes are like, this is why you can't be friends with them. This is why you just can't have them as friends. You can't get to know them. You can't have, like, you can't do anything with them because they're just so... The GTA 6 trailer just came out, right? I'm hyped for it. I've never played GTA before, but I'm hyped for it. It's a cultural moment. I want to play it, right? But people, men, fragile heterosexual men are mad. They're upset, girl. Upset that one of the main characters they have to play as is a female. What? You mad about that? And maybe I can admit this. Maybe it's a very select hyper online group that is like an incels, and it's just so annoying how heterosexual men are given this space to enact and practice their misogyny on the female body in our society and in our world through through all means, through reality TV, through regular TV, through film, through gaming, through any type of media, on the street, in a store. They can enact their sexism and their misogyny and then claim they want to be with women. You want to be with women, but you don't want to play as a woman in a video game? Girl, just say you're gay. There are so many straight dudes that would probably be like fine, like sucking their friend off in the morning, going to work from 9 to 5, coming back, playing the video game and doing the same thing, and never have to engage with a woman ever. Just say that. Just say you're a misogynist. Just say, yeah, bro, I'm sexist, I don't really like that, and just move on.
Men, when you're seeing a woman or dating a woman and she says she has guy friends, you need to shut that shit down and run. Let me tell you something about the friend zone guys. Women that have guy friends that are in the friend zone, they're only there because they're on standby. They're not capable of going out and getting...
Women who have guy friends, you gotta shut that down. What if he's gay? But that's not what you mean, whatever your name is. That's not what you mean. What you mean is straight women who have straight male friends who's in a straight heterosexual relationship with another male should shut that down. Why? Because you're insecure. Because you are deeply insecure about the state of your relationship. And so you want to stop her from living her life so you can give you some kitty cat. All right.
A woman like that on their own. So they sit around, wait around until the opportunity presents itself, and then they fall into
What is he
place.
talking about?
They're beta, okay? That's the worst scenario.
Like this idea that women are supposed to be subservient than men. Women across the board are supposed to be smaller, make themselves less than, and need men. Like, okay, there's a few things here. I understand that we're trying to... This fight should not be a human transcendent fight. This shouldn't be us as humans trying to be something more than human, trying to like transcend out of our humanity and become like these homo sentient beings who are just like everything's fine. No, it's about us bringing actual good values into our humanity. It's not about us trying to transcend it as something more than we are. It's about us changing what we already are now. And that I can't cancel that video.
All guys want to swear to God. No, let me rephrase that. Shitty men want, and that's all they want from you. Hire guys that are worth more, that will benefit your life more, they're not just gonna want from you. And
yeah.
Or could it be that the men that only want from women is because that's all that the women have to offer? Because for me, if is all you're offering, is all I want.
There are plenty of women who have had to take your 3 inches. And that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. 2.5. This is where you have to break it down, girl. Do you want the kitty cat? Break me up a piece of that. Do you want the Kit Kat bar? Do you want femininity or do you want females? And that is where a lot of these heterosexual men get messed up. Because they really realize, I actually like femininity more than the other two. And guess who they end up with? And then some of them, right? Some of them are like, I like that Kit Kat bar more than I like the other two. Then just go buy you a sex toy. I mean, just go buy a sex toy. And then there are those who like the female body. The female body. They're attracted to the female body because they want to create or make sexual conquest of that. But there are very few heterosexual men who like femininity, that Kit Kat bar, and the female body. And then when all of that comes together, right, it elevates and ascends to another level of divine femininity. But there are very few who actually want that. They just practice compulsory heterosexuality and are so fragile in their masculinity and their ego that they just claim to be straight for the rest of their life and don't do anything about it. And girl, it's tired. And I consistently see these videos like man humbles woman, man humbles over what? The supposed power that so many heterosexual men think that they have or that society has told them they have. Paying for the meal, yes, someone who is female benefits from that. Absolutely benefits from that. And if that is what you want, talk to that person. The problem is we're not having one-on-one connections. We're making these super generalizations. Men should pay for the meal. Why? It's a power move. That's it. That's all it is. Now, if the woman wants you to pay for the meal, great. I want to save money, so I'm going to get you to pay for this meal, girl. Good for you. Well, he's supposed to have like the money. He's supposed to be bringing in the money. He's supposed to take care of me. Says who? Or the girl pays for him. But no. That gets in the way of his manhood and his fragile ego, girl. Aiden Ross floss, girl. Get up in there. I don't understand, why do we give platforms to these people? What have they ever done? You just have a bunch of incels, like lifeless, depressed bodies of flesh who just type on the internet, who happen to have a penis in their pants, who just type on the internet all day long, who actually do nothing.
I'm very curious, how do guys around your age, how do they talk to you guys?
That's the funny thing is that they don't. I have gotten approached at a party maybe twice since being here.
Really?
Men don't approach us here.
I don't.
Which, you know, I find funny because there's so many beautiful women here in Isla Vista.
Honestly think that might be the problem.
Yeah, there's so many of us here. It's, again, very rare, but the ones who have approached me were like very, very incoherent and very, very drunk. I couldn't really hold like.
I have to stop so that I don't scream. To no fault of some of these women, they still believe and engage with ideology that is harming them. I can't say what's harming women. From like a gay man's perspective, they're still engaging with ideology that doesn't feel like supports females. In this case, I don't think two things can be true at the same time. And what I mean is that we can't both engage with the harmful parts of our animalism and say that we're the smartest animal on planet Earth. Because first, we're not the smartest animal on planet Earth. Yeah, I'm gonna hit on this girl. And then also like run away from the fact that we pillage, plunder, kill, destroy animals of other species and our own all the time. And you might say those two are not the same thing, right? But this idea that a man stands in his power enough to approach and get a woman like she's an item off of a shelf continues to, I think, prove the point. And maybe some women want that. Maybe some women want heterosexual men to come up to them and approach them. But I would argue, I don't think that's helping the society that I think we should move into, which is that women should also feel empowered enough to approach men and get their numbers, take them out on a date, take their power back. Say, I also have the power. This is egalitarianism. This is both of us are equal. You're going to come to me, get my number, try and get me. And then when things aren't going well, call me all of these names and put me in a compromising position. Well, nah. I'm gonna walk up to you. If I don't like your vibe, I'm out. And this isn't me trying to tell women what to do. This is me saying from a gay man's perspective, like how heterosexual men, this isn't focused, there we go. How heterosexual men treat heterosexual women, or women period, is also a reflection of how they're gonna treat queer men and gay men.
Do you think men and women are equal?
No, because I feel like men try to control women, and that's not right.
No, I think women are way higher. I think they're way more powerful, honestly. I think we're a lot stronger. I think they are. The society? No, I don't think equality is different than equity.
No. I wanna take care of my family, you know, have a happy home. There's so many women out there that are like, oh, we need to be equal, but then they get mad at certain things, and I'm like, I want my man to be a man and me to be like and I don't care. I know that sounds bad. It doesn't sound bad. We can cut it, but I run a men's dating advice page, and there are so many men that are...
God, oh my God, girl, Jesus Christ. It's just like, what makes me so outraged at this is that there's too many ideologies, like religion, like capitalism, like socio-political, socio-economic factors that come in and that impact this very conversation. And you can't break it all down. You just can't. Because when I look at this, I see people, women, who are indoctrinated by male supremacy, patriarchy, and male dominant ideology to believe that they are less than, that they are weaker than, that with no choice, they should stay at home and take care of the kids. With no choice, they should suffer in silence. And that they literally need someone in this society to protect them. And like I said before, there's a difference between having someone who benefits from societal ideology, like a man, like a straight white Christian, etc. man, protect you because they can stand up for you when there's violence being enacted against you. That's different than just believing in the lie you've been told, which is that men are better. Where? Because they can lift heavier weights, maybe? Get out of my face.
What are the benefits that a man has from having female friends?
Honestly, none. They get to look at them. They get the benefit.
What if she's lesbian? Heteronormativity. Assuming that, what if he's gay? I mean, it's like...
Girls, like I like my guy friends, but like I know in the back of my mind that they would want to fuck.
Like, here's the thing. I think what bothers me so much is we try to think that we're so smart, yet we're still listening to ancient animalistic instincts that do not apply to today, right? Like, we now have complex language to be able to describe the things that we're trying to talk about. And language continues to grow, and it's never, ever done. A few 100,000 years ago, when we were in nomadic tribes and we were hunters and gatherers in the jungle, in camps with each other, right? This may work. Ideology like this, men don't hang out with women because the men are going to cheat in their animals and their cavemen and like brain, that might work, but it's too. But what I want is for us to be in a place that we're probably not going to be at for another few thousand years, I think. At the least another 1,000 years. But I think right now we're just not in a place as a species where we are willing to let go of these traditional norms that really come from the Neolithic Revolution and the advent and the invention of the plow. And really where many scholars say patriarchy began, which was with men owning land and passing that land down, etc.
Men or women, who has a harder life?
Women.
Women have a harder life?
Yes.
Yeah, woman. Yeah, woman.
Why?
Because we have to deal with inequality for a long time and currently do so as well.
What do men have that women don't?
Basic human rights.
Which right do?
For instance,
payments.
and you guys have free, I'm not gonna say what it is, but we don't have like the same access, for instance, to birth control. Like our
Men have access to birth control?
No, Viagra. For instance, your medical plan covers that.
Periods. Let's just start there.
Guy can have a girl that is just a friend. No, listen.
He can. Because she could be a lesbian. Or they could both be straight and just be friends. This society is so dumb, bro. Oh my God, we're stupid. Oh my God, we're doomed. We're doomed. We're done. We are actually doomed. Like, this is actually bad. Yeah, it's just like we have these ideas that I don't think are actually working anymore.
What's your body count? If body count doesn't matter, what's your body count?
You want me
Yeah, just
to be straight up?
be straight up. You said you were honest before, right?
Yeah.
Do you want us to start? Do you
No,
want us
no,
to
no,
go first?
Well, I mean, I feel like, are you guys also going to say yours?
Yeah.
You're being honest?
Yeah.
Is it because it's low?
I'm not gonna say mine. But
Why?
It's like this question is only used to once again try and own women. Because for a long time, straight women have been seen as, women, period, have been seen as straight men's property. And if your property is out there messing with a bunch of other dudes, you don't like that. Your property isn't supposed to be doing that. Coverture, the legal doctrine that made it so women were actually men's legal property. It's just the same ideology being passed down generation after generation after generation. Why does it, how many girls are you sleeping with? How many people, probably dudes, are you sleeping with? Here's the problem. Body count can matter, but it has to matter for both parties. You can care how many people someone slept with because of sexual health, whatever. But, and maybe psychological health, but you and your partner need to have a conversation about that off camera, girl. Like, if they want to tell you, cool. And if y'all want to have a conversation about why they did that, cool. Have it in private. But for you to do this on a platform with 1.2 million people liking this thing, like, you know what you're doing. Men are falling off because the same system that we built to benefit us is now coming back to destroy us. Patriarchy, male dominance and male supremacy allows us not to cry, not to emote. We have to be these emotionless, stoic, violent, aggressive animals to survive in the face of such seemingly insurmountable adversity. Yet we built that system. This is just my little 2 cent ramble about like straight men and in our society. Even like the violence that so many heterosexual men just are so comfortable with displaying onto women. Disgusting. Yeah. I hope you like this video. I don't know. I'm just gonna go.